is up, you guys? Welcome back to another, I'm going to call this charla. It's going to be a charla.
Charla, okay.
Charla episode 120?
120, baby. Welcome back.
Dang. And for those of you guys that are not watching us, but hearing us, the reason why I call it a charla today is because we're actually in my backyard, literally hanging out.
We're in the rancho in Mando.
Ah, por favor. Andábamos haciendo unas cositas acá atrás. We're still picking up a bunch of ramas from the hurricane, believe it or not. Querías land, no?
Man, there's a lot of work.
We're picking up, honestly, I was fixing up Chapo's little grave. What else was I doing? We started a fire to burn some of the ramas, picking up a little bit of trash here and there because acumula throughout the times. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Literally, ni nos cambiamos nada. Así como andábamos trabajando, así we sat down and started recording.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing today. Actually, like Lily said, for the people listening, we actually had a little issue with the podcast room. Pretty much I left our big light at the warehouse. And I was like, you know what? Let's enjoy this day, the sun. The weather's amazing.
It really is. I could use a little sweater, ain't gonna lie.
It's probably the best feeling day of the whole year since we've been here.
That's true.
We got here and we got here from Mexico.
And it was snowing in Florida.
Pretty much snowed and it was foggy, not muggy. Like it wasn't the vibe.
Oh my God, yeah. Estaba bien nublado, lloviendo. I'm like, lloviendo in January. Yeah. Like Mando said, not the vibes at all. These past few days has been a lot better. We actually have some sun, believe it or not. So now I know what it feels like for the people that go through like seasonal depression. Yeah. I feel like it really, I don't know if it was the vibes of the outside plus everything happening with
the situation,
and the situation, but it was just not good. And I feel like as soon as the sun came out, it kind of gave me more energy. I had more ganas de hacer cosas, ¿me entiendes? Not just be home. So even though I don't have seasonal depression, I do have some friends that do get it, and I do hear, I'm like their venting person. So I hear it all the time, and finally I was able to kind of see why people get to that point, and totally understandable, but
just for reference, we have 67 degrees right now outside, so I'm sorry if it's super cold back at home where you're at. I'm sorry.
Hopefully, January, ya está acabando January. We are already on the 30th almost.
Today is un día 28 de enero.
¿Cómo me llega esta fecha?
That's today.
Shout out to my prima, it's her birthday today too.
But I have three little topics, babe, that since it's a charla, I'm gonna let you decide where we go with it. Where we go first.
This is not pre-planned, by the way.
I pre-planned my little script of what we're talking about today, and I want you to decide where we're going with first.
All right,
so
let's go.
We have option A, which is the whole surprise of our new farm back there.
I don't know if you can see that.
How that went by. Number two would be something that is going on, because I have a couple segments, pop culture, let's say, and something that's going on with Karin Leon that I want you to get your opinion and your reaction on this. Feedback. And I think number three, which is something that we have to touch on and bring light to, because it's going on in the United States right now. It's all this ICE stuff, all this mass deportations, all that awful things going on in the U.S. So where do you want to start?
I would say start with that, because for me it's the most important, and that way we end on a lighter note where we talk about other things and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say start with that.
Yeah, so I'm glad you started there, because I do have notes for that, and I want to. We think that our listeners might not be suffering, or we just don't know if they have a family member or someone that could be going through this, right?
Yeah.
So I wrote down some things that could help them if they get detained through ICE or something like that happens. So I'm gonna start with the tips to do if ICE detains you, and they're the following.
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. They're gonna want you to talk and kind of pretty much spill the beans of your situation. So if you're going through like, if you don't have papers or if you're undocumented, just stay silent, right?
Yeah. The less you say, the better.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm exercising my right to remain silent. Yeah, don't say no more words, right? And then number two, you have the right for an attorney. You have the right that you can ask them to be like, all right, if y'all want to speak to me, you know, you got to speak to my attorney. Ya se acabó. That's
Tip
that's
number two.
number one. Number two. I think most importantly, just stay calm. You know, that's gonna help out the whole situation. If you or if you or someone that you know is all nervous and not worried, you're gonna give it away. You know, just stay calm and relax. Honestly, it's easy for us to say.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah.
it's easy for us to say because we're not in that situation.
Yeah.
But those are like the top 3 tips that I found and that would help you out. You know.
So yeah, like Mando said, those are some of the tips that I've been seeing going around too.
Yeah.
I've actually even reposted a few of those on my stories. But I was telling some of my friends that we were having a conversation with earlier that my number one tip would be to record. If you can, record.
Document it,
Because
yeah.
I feel like as much as we want to do everything the right way, and if we tell you guys to remain silent, keep calm and all that, there's always esos, and I'm going to call them desgraciados,
Yeah.
that don't care about the law. And if they're in a county, like let's say Polk County, that doesn't have, that they don't require
Yeah.
cameras, body cams, I feel like, and I've even witnessed that a lot of these law enforcement, border patrol, they take advantage of the situation. And if, even though sometimes they're not allowed to walk into your house, if they see no cameras, they're gonna do it. They're
Yeah.
gonna do it because I've seen where they, ¿cómo se llama? They like to play with fire. They like to be, they don't care about, not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but I've seen the bad side of it too. So my number one tip would be, if you can, record. Or if you're driving by and you're like, let's say me, I have papeles, or I was born here in the United States, but if I'm driving by and I see somebody getting detained, I'm gonna pull over
Yeah.
and I'm gonna record, because you just never know if that might stop him from doing illegal
Something
things,
illegal,
number
something he
one,
shouldn't be doing.
or if that might help the victim in the case. So
Yeah.
I would say, if you guys can, record, spread awareness. I try not to instill like fear in you guys, but I want to be realistic.
Yeah.
Because again, I've seen it happen, and my number one tip would be to record if you can, right? Or even if it's you getting detained, yell out to somebody to record, and that even might scare the officer or whoever's trying to detain you to calm down.
Like,
You know,
like I said earlier, I mean, it's super easy for us to say.
Yeah.
Because we're not caught in the situation, but at least, you know, we can help out with these tips. And something that I want to do, that I do want to bring up, is the situation. Wait, let me rewind. So back late last week, I was trying to find the position and the message for Guaris, right? Where we stand, what should we say? Because it's so hard to get into politics, right? You might get the short end of the stick, and then you end up being the bad person when it comes to politics.
Yeah, well, let me
Yeah.
get cut in there real quick. So for Lily Bay, for me, it's very easy to express myself, porque a mí me vale. I'm gonna tell you guys what I feel, and whatever I want to repost on my
Yeah,
TikToks,
your
on my
message.
story, I'm gonna repost what I want. But on Guaris, it being the business, I feel like we can't just be reposting
Right.
a la pura mamada. Like, we have to, even with Lily Bay, let's say, but with Guaris, the business, we have to make sure that everything that we repost or say is
Factual.
is factual. Yeah. So we do try to do our research as much as we can. Not only us, but the girls at the warehouse. Even the girls at the warehouse are going through their own personal things, and they all bring different feedback to the table, and we all kind of get together on like, okay, what type of things can we repost? Should we repost? And
what
all
type
of
of
that.
message should we portray? So the type of message that we decided as a team was just to stay united. I feel like at this time, people are bashing other influencers or other companies, and instead of going that route, let's unite and try to stay together to help the others out.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the message that Guaris has, and that me and Lily Bay have. Let's just stay united. Let's work together. Let's try to. Obviously, we're not going to find a solution, but we can help out to to spread awareness like Lily does when she shares
instead of
things,
spreading hate, spread awareness, positivity. What can we do? What should we do? As much as you can, right? And especially like I feel like my following and my supporters are igualitos a mí.
Yeah,
Like
they
the type
support,
of things
show
that you
love.
guys and the way that you guys come to me and send me information, I 1,000% love and I 1,000% appreciate, because you guys send me things that maybe I missed, and I repost it right away. Like actually right now, one of my Kathy sent me that there's gonna be actually that's good that we're talking about it on here. El tercero de febrero va a haber Días sin Inmigrantes, so you're not supposed to spend on big corporations. Obviously, I would say you can still support your small Latino businesses. So with little things like that, if she wouldn't have told me, I wouldn't have seen it. So I love for you guys to send me things like that in case we miss it. That way we can always repost, spread awareness, and do as much as we can on our part.
Yeah, and that's important to us, is that we have a bigger following. We try to show these messages to you guys. But here's my thing too. Like, we do get a lot of messages from other people. Like, let's say, not a lot, but we get messages like, why are you not saying this? Why are you not sharing that? But you guys could do your part too.
Yeah.
Like, or the followers that we have, like, share as much as you can, factual information, and spread awareness for sure.
Luckily, I don't get that many people tagging me on like why you don't do this, why you don't do that, because I feel like, again, my followers see that I am doing what I can, right?
Yeah.
Not every single story in my page is gonna be the same thing over and over, but I do try to repost as many things as I see come my way. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone for helping us out on what type of things to repost on important dates, important things coming, because you guys know that we are here and we will always try to do our part to keep everyone united and as safe as possible.
So we're gonna take a quick break, you guys. I'm gonna fix something right quick and we'll be right back. Dang, this sun is shining right here, right in my face, so it's giving me the best lighting possible. What's up, babe? How you feeling?
I'm good. Mando had to take a quick break because he's drinking too much water.
Yeah, too much salud.
But anyways, going back into that topic, because I don't want you guys to think that we just cut it like, yeah that was it. I want to know your opinion and what you think about it, but like genuinely.
Like genuine, like I feel like we're fucking living this cycle again. We went through this 4 years ago. Now we're back where the fuck we started, and I think it's fucked up. Yeah. I mean, it's honestly messed up. And why are we living this? Once again, why are we living a divided country, which makes no sense to me? Yeah. It's supposed to be the United States of America, united, and it's complete opposite. The man in charge is currently fucking doing he's doing this on purpose, So I feel really upset. I don't like it, and I completely disagree with it, but I'm gonna do my part, which is share awareness, help out the next person if we can, and it's just a very tough situation.
Yeah, honestly, like Mando said, it's the United States. This country was built on immigrants, right? And I don't understand why they don't open their eyes and see that already. Like, why can us as Americans go into Mexico, no problem, y la raza, or going to South America, no problem, but for them to come, it's an automatic no. Yeah. Why? How's that okay? I get it that you want to filter out the criminals, right? But there's American criminals too. Do the same thing that you're doing to them. Lock them up, put them in jail, and move on. Yeah. Why do you have to
make everyone suffer?
Everyone suffer as a whole country, not only countries, and put us all into that stereotype? Does that make sense? Yes. Honestly, it gets me really mad, and honestly, it gets me even more mad when I see, and I did post this, it gets me more mad when I see Latinos that don't get it. And I've even seen inmigrantes que ni ellos tienen papeles and they still don't get it. To me, it's not about, I'm not even talking about the rest of the politics. I'm talking about the immigration situation in general, right? Yeah. Like that part gives me so mad. Like people are just here trying to work. my
provide
girl,
for their families,
exactly,
which
they
is most
come
important.
to work. And one of my friends recently told me, and I felt so bad for her. She has papeles, but her dad lives with her, and she was like, yeah, like today when my dad was leaving to work, I broke down crying because you just never know. And I'm like, damn, I didn't think about that part.
Yeah.
Like, you think about all people getting deported, right? But it's closer to home than you think for a lot of people. Or like the other day, my friend was reporting live from the interstate. There was like a car accident and there was hundreds of cops on the road. And as he's reporting this, I'm literally like this for him because él no tiene papeles. And I'm like, oh my God, get out of the interstate. Because in my head, I'm like, what if they're doing like a retén, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel for those people that they have to live in fear, and they're just here to provide a better future for their family. They're just here to work. And I hate the fact that some people that are privileged don't see that. They don't see that these people are just here to work. It is not that easy to get papeles. I don't understand why people are like, just do it the legal way. Don't you think that if it was easy, everyone would do it? Hello, like, make that make sense. Of course it's not easy. Actually, I was going in on somebody on the comments the other day talking about that, and I'm like, bro, my tia did it the right way, and she waited 30 something years. Okay, we have a friend of ours that is probably not going to be able to go to our wedding, unfortunately, and he's been trying to do it for over 8 years the correct way, okay? And it's still not like, he's still not getting processed for God knows what reason. He pays taxes. He's not allowed to get any help from the government. What else?
He has a business, you know?
Yeah, so it's just, I don't understand where people, like, there's Google is free. You could Google this. So I don't understand why people are like, oh, we pay taxes on these immigrants, or these immigrants don't pay taxes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And then they're not allowed to claim those taxes. So where does that money go? God knows where.
Yeah, but I think
Anyways, I'm just
I
getting,
think our followers, our subscribers here on the channel is definitely not them. So we don't even gotta explain that to them. But like Lily said, there's I wouldn't say ignorant people like that just don't get it, and sometimes they're just trolls. There's
a lot of trolls,
and they don't
yeah,
have
for
nothing
sure.
else better to do, which is unfortunate. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, like I said earlier, it's a tough situation, and I'm still pushing that message. Just stay united and try to help out the next person, because it's very important, mostly right now.
Yeah.
But let's lighten up the room.
Okay.
Let's change the subject a little. And I was thinking about this earlier, and it's something your uncle said on the ride over here.
Mhm.
Not over here, when he was here this weekend. Her uncle was like, Mando, what you did right there is the best thing you could have done.
What?
It's the best thing you could have done for Lily. And no one has seen, I've never seen Lily like this. No one has seen Lily in that situation when it comes to losing someone or losing a pet.
You're gonna make me cry again.
This was the first time that Lily went through something like that. So he was like, that's the best thing you could have done. And what was that, babe? Come on, now it's your turn to talk.
Mando surprised me over the weekend with not only a new mini bull, which I knew we were getting, but also a pony.
A pony,
right?
yeah.
You guys know that it's been a week and 4 days.
A week and 4 days, yeah.
Since we lost my mini bull Chapo, and I knew right away that we had to look for a companion, friend for Chalino, quick. Because in case you didn't know, cows, they get depressed, they get sad, they could even pass away from losing their buddy, from losing their best friend. And as soon as Chapo passed away, I knew right away, like, oh my God, I got to start looking, because it's not as easy as going to pick up a dog. You know, you can pick up a dog from shelters, from wherever, but finding another mini cow to be Chalino's companion, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And when it first happened, I honestly didn't even want to look. I had like no energy to even get to that. But I felt so bad for Chalino. I literally felt like I know you guys are going to say he does have feelings, but I genuinely felt like pobrecito, right? Like, what is he gonna do, right? So thankfully, Mando came through, and some of his friends, which also have farms, they were all helping us search for a companion for him.
Yeah.
But I told myself, that's it. I'm not just gonna have two. I want to have more. I want to have more because a lot of new friends that I have on the Mini Carnales pages, which also have farms, they have cattle, they have horses, they
Goats.
have livestock, animals. A lot of these people have told me, Lily, don't feel bad. This is it happens all the time. It's like we all have gone through our first loss at the beginning of growing our farm, and it's like a learning thing, right? But so what I took from that is I'm not gonna give up, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't want Chalino no more. Of course I still want my little vaquita, right? So what's the next step? Okay, I gotta get him friends. But I'm not just gonna get him one friend. I wanted to get him multiple because if this ever happens again, I don't want him to stay by himself again, right? So my plan was to bring another mini bull, potentially a mini horse. I didn't tell Mando this, or a pony, or a mini donkey, but I was looking.
So it was already like, what you're telling me, it was pretty much already manifested.
Yeah.
And you had it in your plans already.
When he surprised me with it, if you guys saw the vlog, I was beyond surprised. Like, because I've said this a million times, it's usually me the one that comes
Takes
up
the
with
initiative,
this. Like, babe, I want a mini horse and I want one right now, or I want a donkey, or I want a pony, whatever. But for him to have taken that step and done it himself was, I was not ever expecting that at all. So thank you, babe.
So I want to talk about I want to talk about them, and you know, through the videos and through everything, you guys will see what they look like and you know their vibe and everything. But let's talk about Chewy, which is the mini cow, mini bull that we got for Chalino, which is, guys, pretty much identical.
He's like Chapo number 2, but looks like Chalino.
Yeah, Chapo number 2. The reason that we say Chapo number 2, he's super antisocial. He loves to eat. He eats so freaking much. He's so chubby.
Yeah.
And he's like literally that. But then when it comes to looks, he looks just like Chalino in a mini version.
You forgot to say he's miedoso too.
Oh yeah, he's so scary. He gets so startled.
Like skittish. I'm like, boy, I'm not gonna do nothing to you.
So like the whole vibe that they got going on, him and Chalino, it's hilarious. It's like the little brother or little son to Chalino.
Yeah, he looks, a lot of you guys were saying, oh my God, it looks like Chalino's son. And I was like, at first I was saying brother, but no. Son. Saying that it looks like his little son is that much cuter.
Yeah, they're back there right now. And then let's go on to Chiquis. When I saw Chiquis...
Chiquis is our pony, by the way.
Our pony, girl pony. When I saw Chiquis, I was like, wow, that looks amazing. But because of the surprise, I couldn't pay too much attention to her. And I couldn't show attention or like cariciarla as much as I wish I could have at the beginning, you know?
When we went to go meet the bull.
Right, because they were in the same farm. And it was a surprise. So it was hard for me to have any interaction. And I didn't even want Lily to sospechar at all.
I didn't sospechar nothing. Especially because the owner said that was his daughter's pony. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Like I did ask a few questions. Like, how much would this pony cost? Not that I wanted him to sell me that. I'm just getting like ballpark prices
for the future.
For the future, correct. So yeah, never did I think Mando was gonna surprise me with that. And yeah, I'm super happy he took that step because I don't think I would have. Just because I'm the type that I gotta do like a bunch of research, homework. I gotta learn, and as much as I've had a few people be like, oh, being negative about me getting animals, like I do research, you guys. I do research. I do have local farmers and friends, a lot that help us through everything. Yeah. Some have hundreds of animals. Some don't have many, but again, we have friends aquí en Florida, a la way, que nos ayudan con todo esto. Yeah. And they're just a phone call away. They'll come right now if we tell them to come. Yeah,
I feel like it's crazy how that whole thing happened with Chiquis, our pony. One, it was like, I'm a little cold. I don't want to say it was crazy because crazy doesn't say nothing, but the way that it happened, you know, we get the mini bull, and then now the option to get a pony is there, and then to rewind all this, it's my childhood. I know this kid from since I was 6 years old.
Oh yeah, the guy selling it.
The guy selling me went to his farm, and he was super cool about it and everything. He actually had to leave to go do a job, and he's like, if you're ready, pick him up, but I won't be here. So like that confianza was there. And two reasons that I jumped was that to get Chiquis was she's so like noble. She's super
she's
trained.
Very tame.
Tame.
His daughter would ride her
by herself.
By herself.
So like I was like, I cannot say no to this, And number two is like, why not?
Yeah.
Now
everyone loved that you said that.
Now we're the deals with a pony that kids could ride when they come to our house, which is amazing, you guys. So I made 3 phone calls. You guys will see the vlog. I don't want to like super explain everything, but I made 3 phone calls to 3 friends and told them the whole situation before I jumped to purchase Chiquis, and everyone said, go, go, go. Like, just do it. I was waiting for someone to talk me out of this.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, there's no reason to say no.
Do you regret getting them or no?
No, I come out every single morning now. It's been like 4 or 5 days. I walk her through the whole yard. My next step, cuando le agarra like super confianza, because she's still a little scared. She still gets scared. I want to take her out and give her like, a whole mile walk. And
like outside?
Yeah, like outside.
We've seen some of the neighbors walking their horses. We think that's hilarious.
So yeah, I mean, that's my whole spiel on the whole situation, which ended up being amazing. And not a lot of people, I'm not even gonna take that out. Not a lot of people, but we got a couple comments already like, wow, they move fast from Chapo. And it's not even that. It's not even that. It's like have to.
Those people don't know better. It's like you say, trolls. They have no idea.
And there's no reason to shine light to them at this point, because honestly,
luckily, like as far as bad comments, I've gotten thousands of good comments. Thousands of good comments.
Love, so much.
And bad comments, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Which is amazing.
I just blocked their asses. Bye, see you never.
The whole comparison, like percentage-wise, is ridiculous. Yeah. Like you guys show so much
because of that,
love.
We always thank you guys. Yeah. We wouldn't be here probably if it wasn't for you guys. We wouldn't have the little animals. If it wasn't for you guys, because I probably would have been what would I been doing right now? We wouldn't be doing if we wouldn't have met or doing podcasting and all this. You would have still been a audio engineer.
Yeah.
I would have probably been opening a store with my mom or something. God knows what, but that.
I feel like this whole, even right now, like just being in the backyard and recording this podcast with Charla, it's like, who does this?
I told you guys, Mando grew a whole nother heart. I said it on one of my TikToks. After
a whole nother heart?
A whole nother heart, because before Chapo passed, he helped me every single day with the animals, but he didn't show so much emotion with it. Like he was just doing it as like a job, let's say. Okay. What do you say, yes or no?
Yeah, it was more of your responsibility, and I helped you out.
He loved them and everything.
Yeah.
Like we would leave them out. If we had like a little cookout back here, they'll be vibing with us. But now it's totally different. And I love that he's on the same page as me, because it's always better when you and your spouse
1000%.
have the same goals, the same vision. Yeah. It makes things a lot easier, a lot better. And even though he built all this already just because I wanted it. So now imagine, now I feel like as a team, we're going to do so much more. We do have a few plans for the back. We do want to expand everything, make their little casita an actual casita. We have a lot of plans, but again, the weather wasn't that great. It's getting better now, and hopefully we'll get to that.
Yeah, I feel like even today, we typically stay home on Tuesdays. We don't go to the warehouse, and it's our content day. But today we're just back here enjoying the day and doing random things, cleaning up, things that we should be doing, right? But
every day.
We don't take the time. We don't make the time to do it. But I think, I even saw a TikTok or a reel this morning. It's like 2025 is not about money. It's not about focusing on making more money. It's about what money brings, or what you could do to spend more time with the things that matter.
Yeah.
Versus grind, work. Like, no, like take a quick pause and look around you and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
That makes sense.
Don't work, and then go home and then do it all over again the next day.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment. Enjoy every single thing that you have
family,
accomplished.
Your kids, your homes, all the baseball games you guys got to go to, soccer games.
We just got to be present. We just got to be present at the moment and enjoy as much as you can.
And that's something you wanted to work on this year, actually, right?
And I feel like I got not forced, but I literally got forced to do it. Yeah. I don't know how.
I mean, you got a pony now, so.
I'm literally anxious right now to finish this podcast and get my pony and walk her around the fucking yard right now. I don't know why, which is ridiculous, But
that's funny.
I mean, this is fun. It's different, and yeah, I mean, I'm speechless at this point because I let everything out.
Did you ever think that that you would have something like this in your future?
Not at all.
No? For me, it was always a want. Like, I always knew that, I always wanted land. Like, always. From the moment I met Mando, he knew I wanted land. Why did I want land? Because I wanted animals. I didn't know what animals at first. I always wanted a horse. But I was like, no. A horse is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, a lot of exercising. It's like 24/7, constantly doing something with the horse, right? Or having somebody. So with that said, I'm like, okay, so what can I start with, right? But because I didn't know, it wasn't like in my radar at the moment, right? But yeah, I always saw it in my future. And I'm not like the rancho. I'm a city girl. Grew up as a city girl, but you guys know that we grew up going to the rancho every single year, all summer. Be with my grandparents. My grandparents had a bunch of cows, a bunch of pigs. They sold cows, they sold pigs. They had a bunch of horses. They had ducks that would chase my ass, or geese, whatever the hell that was. And we loved it. We still, to this day, I'm in my 30s, and I still love going back to the rancho every single year. You guys know we always go, even though there's nothing to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even though un día de fiesta y luego no hay nada más que hacer, ahí andamos, because I genuinely love that lifestyle. I was just always torn in between. I would tell people, because, growing up, they're like, do you see yourself as a city girl or country girl? I would always say I see myself in the middle. If I can have both worlds, I would be happy, because I don't see myself like living super far out, because I love the convenience of, if I want to go get lit with my friends here in downtown, it's an 8-minute ride, 8-minute Uber, instead of like living an hour away, which is fine if you want to. Yeah. But I always kind of saw it as that's unrealistic until we found this spot, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's crazy how that manifested into what I literally have been wanting since I could remember, right? And then here we are now with my mini cows, and now my mini pony, and coming soon, silky chickens. For real, I already have them. Kathy's going to bring them to me.
Where are you going to put them?
You got to build them a coop.
Oh, my God. They're going to have eggs or no?
So moral of the story is, you guys can make anything happen. Whatever you guys dream of, want to manifest, want in your future, it can happen. Don't give up.
But it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, don't let negative people, like Mando saying it's not going to be easy. Don't let the negative people be like, oh, yeah, this girl's being unrealistic. Because I had a lot of people roll their eyes at me, right? At one point, I was like, I don't care if I got to buy 30 houses in West Tampa to have at least 1 or 2 acres. I'm going to do it. Obviously, super unrealistic, but look where I'm at, and look what I was able to get, right? So follow your dreams, make those vision boards if you haven't already, and
I gotta laugh
it's never
at that.
too late.
I gotta laugh at that. I'm not gonna tell you guys everything.
What? Tell me right now.
Vision board. It's crazy that we did a vision board. We didn't print it out. We did not print it out, but we did one. We did a vision board, and at the time, late last month in December, it was like, how? Like, babe, that doesn't make any sense. And you also said, that doesn't make any sense.
To yours.
Vice versa. It made no sense. And we sit here a month later.
And we've already checked off a few things.
And we checked out a few things. It's like, what?
Yeah, I never thought I was going to I wanted more animals. They was on my vision board.
Yeah.
But never did I think it was going to happen right away. For me, it was like this year.
Yeah.
Sometime this year, not not January. And then one of the number one things that Mando put on his vision board,
which hopefully comes soon, right?
Is already in the works. You know what I'm saying? And he's been wanting this since last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and look at this. So again, create them. Even if you don't believe in them, just create them. Like we said in the earlier podcast, be realistic with
your goals.
Your goals and stuff. And I promise you guys, I feel like if you put out good energy, you're gonna get good energy back. So just focus on yourself, focus on what you want to do, and it will come. Just trust the process.
Yeah, and I think we should leave it at that. I love the way we rolled this podcast, and I'm just cut it off right there. I really enjoyed it. It's getting chilly out here, so I think that's why Lily's kind of like getting a little warm, you know, a little tight. But I just want to thank you guys for always supporting, always watching, and if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because the ratio is kind of crazy, the people that are subscribed versus not. But regardless, I still appreciate you guys in the comments showing all the love. And that's it for today.
But thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you all on the next podcast, or maybe charla, who knows.
Charla.
Bye.
Bye.